Yo guys, PB here, back with another banger. In this video, I'll be going over 3 steps to become a profitable day trader in 2023. So, with that being said, none of this video and none of the content in this video is financial advice. I'm just here to help and educate and make the difficult simple through my unique way of sharing education and knowledge. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Step number 1. First things first, you need to download a brokerage account, and you want a brokerage account that's easy. I like TD Ameritrade or Thinkorswim and E-Trade. Once you have your brokerage account, so many people ask, how much money do I need to get started day trading? And I think the truth is, you do not need that much money. And I think a big mistake that people make when they're starting to get into trading is they try and go so heavy right away. What you should really be doing is sizing down and focusing more on your ability to trade. If you can't take 5K to 10K, then you will not be able to take 25K to 50K. You should only start trading with money you can afford to lose, and it will not affect your day-to-day life, and it will not put you on the streets. You need to be able to trade with money you can afford to lose, because what's going to happen is once you're trading with money that you could afford to lose, it's going to help you manage your emotions a lot better, and you're going to be trading with a lot less stress. Don't use trading as your main source of income right away, especially because most traders, it takes years to become a profitable day trader, and especially with those that stick to it. So if you haven't been trading for at least 2 years and at least I'd say a year profitable, and you don't have a lot of money saved up, I wouldn't do trading as your full main source of income. To be honest, I don't think I'd ever rely on trading just directly as your full source of income, because what happens is when you're directly relying on trading, that puts a whole nother thing onto your head. It also starts to put you in shorter term goals. So definitely focus on those longer goals and do not use trading as your only source of income right when you get started. Okay, so now you have your brokerage account. You know how much money you should start trading with. How do you get started in trading, and how do you learn the basics? So there's a few parts to this. I think something really, really important is there's so much free education on YouTube. There's so much free education on Twitter, on Instagram. Load up on all that information. Watch some of my YouTube videos. Watch my Instagram reels. Watch my Twitter threads. And there's a ton of others too. Watch as many videos as you can, because there's always something you can learn from somebody. Also, it could be a good thing to join a community or join a course or take a free one or find a mentor. It's always a good thing. Investing into yourself and your knowledge truly is key. Screen time is also very, very important, and you should get as much screen time as you can. Screen time is literally just the time that you're staring at the charts, the time that you're studying or not actively in a trade. I've probably watched every single candle on SPY and the 5-minute time frame over the last 2 years. And if I haven't watched it live, I've reviewed it. So that's a very, very big thing in my trading, is loading up on screen time. And what screen time helps me recognize is patterns before they happen. That's step 1. Let's recap it. Download a brokerage account. Trade with money you can afford to lose. Do not rely on trading as your only source of income. And educate yourself through YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, joining a community, loading up on screen time. Step number 2. How do you build a profitable system? And the truth is, the way to build a profitable system through trading is backtesting, journaling, and adapting. So right now you have your brokerage account. You've been trading for a little while. You educated yourself a ton, right? What you need to really recognize now is, okay, I've been doing this a lot. I've been educating myself. I'm investing into my education. What do I need to do to truly level up my trading and find my edge? What is your edge? You need to recognize your edge, and the way to recognize your edge is through backtesting and journaling. So what is backtesting? What is journaling? Backtesting is basically going through the last, say, few months and going through every single day and seeing if the strategy that you're working on works. So for example, I now use a software to do it, but I used to have a pen and paper, and I literally, for 2 months, I went back 2 months one time and looked at every single day and see, okay, what my setup have worked here? What my setup have worked here? What my setup have worked here? And I found out in the end that my setup actually doesn't work. My strategy wasn't actually going to work in the long run. So I stopped doing that strategy, and I kept back testing new strategies. So the way to back test is to find your strategy and go back a few months, or you could do a few weeks, and see, okay, would it have worked this day? I would have been 1 for 3 this day. This day I would have been 1 for 3. This day I would have been 2 for 3, and kind of adding all those up seeing what your risk to reward would have been, and seeing if the strategy is going to work for you. Once you backtest enough and find the strategy that works for you, what you're going to want to do is start journaling. So after you backtested, after you kind of found that strategy that works for you, what you should probably do is start journaling, especially after you've traded that strategy for 1 to 2 months. So what is journaling? I use a platform called TradeZella. Shout out my boy Umar. Basically, journaling is going through all your trades. When I started journaling, when I was in the key, impacts and areas of profitability and kind of getting that aha moment, it was already pen and paper I was using. So I used pen and paper and I went through every single trade. And this is actually exactly what I did. I went through every single one of my trades. And basically, I just put all the components of my trades on a notebook. And then I figured out, okay, what do my winners have in common and what do my losers have in common? If I can cut out what my losers have in common and only focus on what my winners have in common, then my trading is going to be so much better. Through that, I'm basically focusing on what works for me. So, okay, now you're building your profitable trading system, you're back testing, and you're journaling. But step number 3 is crucial, because the truth is you can have the best trading strategy in the world. If you can't control your emotions and trade like a robot, then you will not be able to succeed in the market. If you can't handle your psychological aspect and psychological points of trading, then you will not be able to make it in this game. And that's why it's so hard, because as humans, we're emotional beings. We're very emotional. And I'm not saying that you can't have any emotions, but I'm saying you need to put your emotions in the right place. Rather than doubting yourself, what you need to do is bring yourself up. You need to trade like a robot and truly control your emotions down packed. By controlling your emotions, it could be, setting a stop loss and setting a take profit and walking away. Or it could be whenever something bad happens in your life. Like for me, one of the biggest things I struggled with when I started trading was something bad would happen in my life, or I would get pissed off at something, or something would happen in school, and I'd let it affect my trading. Because what I would do is, like, okay, say I get a really bad grade in a test or something, or say, like, this didn't happen to me, but say hypothetically, like, your girlfriend broke up with you, you're sad, right? That feeling of sadness, that feeling inside of your heart is what causes you to go on tilt mode, because you don't want to take so much losses in your life. Same thing when you're winning, though. Once you think everything's going good in life, when you're making money, when you're getting good grades, when you're getting the girl that you want, you're getting that car, you're adding up small wins, that helps you build confidence. And confidence is very, very good while trading, but you cannot be egotistical in trading, because the second you get egotistical, you're not going to be able to accept the loss. And the best trader in trading is the one who's the best at losing, not the one who's best at winning. Because when you're the best at losing, it's going to have a proportional 1-to-1 ratio with winning. I viewed my losses as market tuition. Think about it. Value is linked to difficulty in the world, not just in trading. Value is linked to difficulty. Trading is potentially the most valuable skill you can learn. It can bring you financial freedom forever just by clicking a few buttons on a screen. You think it's going to be easy? It's not. And it's not going to be free either. Think about it. You go to college, you pay a lot of money to learn a skill. Same thing with the stock market. You join the stock market, and most people lose money, but you're losing money to learn valuable lessons. And you need to profit from your losses and use your losses as a market tuition. So this is my tuition to getting into the market. This is my tuition to learning how to trade. So let's recap it. You need to trade like a robot. Do not go in tilt mode. If something bad happens in your life, do not trade that day, and treat your losses as market tuition rather than just straight up losses. So that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you drop me a sub, leave a comment down below, shoot this video a like. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. My goal is to make the difficult simple through my unique way of sharing education and knowledge. PB out.